goes on like taping stuff that'll be going on the cruise. I'm gonna have one of the guys, one of the flight attendants and all that. One of the flight crew up the helo. He's gonna be taking the camera up with him, and he's gonna get like aerial shots of the ship and stuff that goes on. That's gonna happen later on. Right now, the first footage I'm gonna be showing you guys is gonna be what the sea looks like now. As of 3 hours ago, we just entered the Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle, as you know, has been notorious for ships getting lost. The whole phenomena around the Bermuda Triangle is this magnetic field that surrounds it. This morning when we entered it at about 0800, my friend Shannon was on watch, and he's a quartermaster. He plots the courses of the ship. He took a compass reading. Gyro, our ship's gyro will never fail unless something happens on board the ship. But our magnetic compass started off equaling with gyro and within 3 degrees. Our ship's course was 080, and the gyro was reading 079. And then about an hour and a half, 2 hours into the Bermuda Triangle, the ship's course was reading 068, and our gyro compass was reading 082. The magnetic field was 068, which means she's already starting to divert. By the time we go through the middle of this thing, within about another hour or so, the compass is going to go totally screwed. So the funny part is right now, if you take a look at the water out here, it's as smooth as glass. It's smoother than you'd rather have seen like Sinclair this smooth. And we're out in the middle of the ocean. So have fun. Okay, right now, this is a crew of our guys. There's Alderman. That's our motor whaleboat that's going out there. Whole reason for the motor whaleboat. She's zooming out on it. The whole reason for the motor whaleboat is search and recovery. Search and recovery of people that have fallen over, or when we do helo ops, the boat goes out in case someone falls on the helo or we have a helo crash. That's our little rib boat. And you remember those, the Zodiac, except this one's a lot deeper. It's got a deeper hull to it. As you can see, out there in the water, this is all the Bermuda Triangle area. It is as smooth as glass. Just sheets of it. All that. Now down there, these guys over here, those guys right there, that's part of the engineman and part of our air crew. There's the boat coming around again. She'll come around our stern this time. Like I said before, I'll be taking footage of everything that goes on around here. Basically, to kill time too, because I'm bored. Got 6 months to take a lot of film. Alright now, the next thing I'm going to be showing is SHS and Millsap. The guy you've seen pictures of before, one of our friends. He's getting frocked to be a petty officer. Alright, we're going to go down below and check that out. Bye-bye. Okay, here I gotta keep it quiet. These guys are being inducted into the petty officers. As you notice on their left sleeve, they have a crow on there with a little chevron. That means now they stand and serve as the United States third-class petty officers. And you'll see my friend Seaman Millsap. He's going to be turned into a petty officer here in a minute. The captain's given him a certificate of indoctrination into the petty officers.
Under reference, you're not entitled to pay and other monetary allowances of a third-class petty officer until you are actually advanced to the pay grade for which you've been selected. Congratulations.
One of the biggest things about becoming a petty officer is the other petty officers on the ship all indoctrinated. They do so by punching their arm that holds the crow, more or less signifying that they're tacking on their crow and the responsibility that they bear on their arm now, on their shoulders, by punching it. So by the end of the day, Millsap's going to have a sore arm. Did you get him?
turning something this way. By the end of the day, his arm has been extremely sore.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Let's have a round of applause for our new
And that's the petty officer indoctrination. Here's the new news. We have, people walking by, that's why I keep looking that way. We have 6 diesel engines on board the ship that add power to our 6 diesel engines. We have 6 engines on board the ship that supply power. 2 of them supply forward motion to the ship, and 4 of them supply auxiliary power to the ship. That's our air economy here right now. And 4 of them supply auxiliary power, electrical, all other equipment other than actually propelling engines. Only 2 engines, gas turbine engines, propel the ship. Now, the story has just been told that we have entered the Bermuda Triangle, and 3 out of the 4 engines are now down. News.
Alright, I know I didn't really explain that one before it happened. We do a lot of helo ops out here. And like I said, a lot of these shots I'm going to be taking, it's like random. I can't really explain it before it happens, but I'm trying to catch everything in essence, what goes on around here, and what it's going to be like. But here's some more of the Bermuda Triangle. See how it is, all nice and calm. That's what it's been like a whole day. It's just been nothing but glassy water. It almost looks like plastic saran wrap way on top of the water. That's smooth. Okay, now I'm gonna shut you guys off. That's the front of my ship, the forecastle, and that's the missile launcher. Alright, I'm gonna shut this off. Wait for something else to happen. I'm gonna be doing a lot of this, the on and off stuff, just to catch the stuff, and I don't wear my battery down. Alright, later.
On earlier today. First of all, let me explain to you where I'm at. You probably wonder why I keep looking sideways all the time. I'm sitting in my. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. I'm sitting in my ship store, and right over there is the window to my ship store. Every once in a while, somebody will come by and like ask me something or look to see if I'm open. That's why I glance that way. Because in front of those ship stores is all windows. Okay, earlier today, I was filming some stuff. Okay, it wasn't really explanatory because I just reviewed the film. Now, I didn't. Oh, I bit my tongue. Hi, Mom. I bit my tongue. That hurt. Earlier today, I was filming some stuff. The picture with the short guy and all that, the officer, the ball cap on, that was our captain. The one that all the guys in the blue uniform was walking up to. The guy at the podium was our executive officer. The shorter guy with the ball cap with the yellow stuff on his fringe, that's our new captain, Commander Holland. Now what was going on is those guys were becoming petty officers. Mom, we talked about this before about my next promotion. My next promotion, what you just seen there, is what's going to happen with me once I make 3rd class. Now there was a really big, heavy-set black guy that was like in the middle, in the background. That's Stephen Millsap. Well, now SH3 Millsap, petty officer. He's the guy that had that one picture of it that was sitting in the ship store. I showed you that really big guy. You told me to watch out for. That was him. What else? I'm gonna stop. What I was saying earlier today, just a little while ago. One, if you notice the timestamp on the video, it's all set to Detroit time. No matter where I am in the world, I'm going to keep it at Detroit time. Okay? Another thing. Earlier today, too, when those guys were all being frocked, Millsap and all that, into a petty officer, that was being held on our mess decks. That's another glimpse of what our mess decks looked like. Like I said before, the stuff that I'm going to be trying to film is going to be so quick and all that, I'm not always going to have a chance to explain right away. But I'm trying to catch everything that's going on. Like, our next port visit itself is going to be Gibraltar. I guess it's Gibraltar, Spain. I didn't even hear where exactly it is. It's right by Spain, I know that. If it's not Spain, it's right by Spain. We're going to be doing a lot of what's called brief stop for fuels. Those are like 4-hour stops in some place just to pick up fuel. We're not going to be getting off the ship. So I probably won't ever have a chance to call, but maybe until the 3rd through the 6th, we're going to Gibraltar. We're stopping Sunday in Bermuda for a brief stay for fuel, 4 hours. That's where we pick up our mail. Now our mail is going to get really messed up. By the time I get all this tape done and all that, it's probably going to be the end of Bahrain and all that. After we go to Gibraltar, we're going to go through a couple brief stops for fuels, go through the Suez Canal and stop at Bahrain, Saudi Arabia. And that's going to be like our major port there. Throughout our cruise, Persian Gulf cruise, part of this, we're going to be going up and down Persian Gulf. And always stopping at Bahrain for fuel, for letters, mail and all that. And maybe stopping there overnight. But 90% of this time, we're going to be gone for the 6 months. I found out that we're going to be underway. We're going to be at sea. It's not going to be no picnic. We're doing drills left and right just to get prepared for this, and we're going to be doing a lot of drills there. But once we get into Saudi Arabia, it's going to be the real thing. No more drills. We'll be practicing. Okay, that's enough for now. Talk to you guys later on, too. Dad, back to that $1,000 again. I know you're still agitated at me, or you probably still are agitated at me for not telling you I took the money out. One, I wanted to see if I could do it without you. I wanted to see if I could get it, if I really need it, and all that. I mean, it sounds stupid, but that was one reason. Two, and really one of the most important reasons, I didn't want you to know at that point in time, because you said it'd be, I think you'd probably say it'd be silly to buy this camcorder. But as you can see, this camcorder is going to prove to be itself to be worthy by sending messages home and all that. The only thing I don't know right now is whether or not you have a compatible one, whether or not I should send it on videotape, 8mm, just send it that way. But from now on, I'm just going to send it on VHS tape. I'm just going to record it right onto a VHS tape and send it home. Because I don't know whether you got a VHS-C camcorder or an 8mm camcorder. I never found out. Two, you'll probably hear from me before you get this tape. I'm going to be sending home information to you. Use it. We're going to be on the internet. We're going to be on the World Wide Web. I know you still have that stuff there. I know you still have the internet and the web on your computer. I'm going to be sending you our address and all that. Our web address, so you can look us up. We're going to be having news bulletins put in there every once in a while. We're going to have our own page. I think it's weekly or monthly page in there. What's going on in our cruise. You guys can keep up to date with us and all that stuff that's going on with us if you access the web. That's what's going on online, and I'm not exactly sure when. We got our first digital camera. They just started taking pictures of that today at that frocking ceremony earlier. Okay, that's all for now. Oh yeah, by the way, Dad too, look at mine. Mine's got a little remote control, so I can do this.
Alright. This right here, Mom and Dad, is Bermuda. I'll start this over because I had a lot of chit-chat in the back over there. This right here, as we're pulling up, is the island of Bermuda. It's our first stop on many stops. That up there is MA1. See him? That's our ship's sheriff, Mom. He's reminding me that my hat's on backwards. Thanks, MA1. Reminding me my hat's on backwards while I'm filming. See, Mom, look at the lighthouse over there. Okay, a little cave over there. We are approaching the southwest side of Bermuda Island. We're pulling in here. We're pulling in here. We're pulling in here for fuel. See the time. That's why it's so hard for me to talk. It's actually, we're right now approaching 7 o'clock in the Atlantic time zone. Oh, yeah, we're approaching 7 o'clock. We're in the Atlantic time zone. We'll stop now, or we'll get better footage once we get in close. Here's we got some sort of old Spanish fort over there. Can't really make it out yet. I'm on the other side of the ship now trying to film this. That's why you see a whole different thing. I'm on the wrong side of the ship too because we're turning. Yeah, you can see it. That gray corner right there. We're slowly turning toward this. So it looks like I have to switch sides, but I wanted to get this fort real quick for you. Oh, our battery's about dead. I switched batteries too. So I'm gonna go off again and switch batteries. There's the fort. It's one of the buoys. Alright. The other side of the ship now. As you can see, we're pulling closer to Bermuda. Where's the fort now? Get a better inside look at that. Yeah, I really zoomed up on this one so you guys get a good look. Radio towers. What we're doing right now is we're going to the we're on the eastern side of the island, I'm sorry. Pulling in. My camera chance to focus here. There we go. Really zoomed in so you can see all of it. Speed up bar. One of the buoys. Okay, we're pulling in, so I'm gonna stop filming for now. Get it when we pull in so you guys get a chance to see better of it. I'll leave you guys off at 4. Rainbow. Caught that right now. Yeah, rainbow. Just around the corner from Bermuda. Okay, here's the story. It's taken us a little while to get in there. You can see the time on the camera because the port called last night. I just found this information out. The port called last night and changed the side of the island we want. So now we have to re-navigate all the way around the whole island and pull in on the other side. Pull in on the northeasterly side of it. So we're coming around. Now you can see the island way over there. See it's making a little wake. Also notice the water. It's like smooth as glass. Now the whole purpose of us going into Bermuda right now is just to get fuel. We're only going to stay here for a couple hours and take off. It's the first of our many ports we're going to be visiting. Only about 10, I believe, altogether. Alright, I'm going to go back on pause again. We'll get some more footage when we get in closer. Leave you at the rainbow. We're on the other side of the island now. We're starting to pull in. We're on the other side of the island right now. We're starting to pull in. See how smooth the water is all the way out. Sheets of glass. Another little boat out there. Boat over there. Focus it in here. There we go. Little island tip. Now that's how the island. They got another little fort over there. Old Spanish fort. There's a sailboat. Appears to be way over there on the top of the island. It appears to be another lighthouse, Mom. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm trying to speak out loud enough so you can hear it. Alright. I'm going to stop a minute and look at the folks closer now. You really can't see too much now, so right now I'm just wasting film. I'll wait till we start getting in closer to land and then I'm going to film build some more. Alright. Well, satellite dish over there. Must be how they get the TV reception over here. Okay, I'm going to pause again. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Here we go. Now we're closer to the Bermuda Island. And we're getting ready to pull into port here. Stuff up there. I guess this is like the main area. You know what part of the Bermuda this is? Nassau or something like that? Nassau's Bahamas. I forgot what the name of the city is.
Yeah, this is a British protectorate.
What?
British protectorate. British protectorate. It's a British colony.
Oh. I just found out this is a British colony.
And the Spaniards built the forts.
And it was built by Spain. There you go, you can see really close up. I believe that's in the vicinity where we're going to, pulling into right over there. Nice old buildings. Big water tower.
This was part of that movie Cutthroat Island was filmed on.
I never saw that movie. The voice you hear in the background is AT3 Doyle. Remember my last footage? Showed you that guy lounging out by the helo on the flight deck? That's him. This is the tug that's coming around to help us get in.
Old Faithful.
And it's called Faithful. Another one of the islands. You can see like little tunnels of water underneath there, they're still constructing this. Or redoing it, I should say. Okay, I'll put it on pause for now so I save some battery power. We're in. We're getting ready to moor in a minute here. When we start to moor, I'm going to go up forward and show you what it looks like when we moor. When the guys start throwing the lines over and all that. That way, I can give you guys some help on how to handle your lines when you guys throw your lines over. Show you how the military does it. How the professionals in the Navy handle putting the ship to a pier. Okay, you can rest the footage over here. See what's coming along here. People standing on the dock. A little bit closer. So as we're coming past, hey baby. Oh, the air deck guys just come by and rub my booty. There's a lot of, I guess that sounds funny, doesn't it? There's a lot of joking around on this ship. No, Mom and Dad, the Navy really doesn't have that type of people on it. Anyway, you can see it. I'm not only zooming it sometimes for you guys, but I'm also doing it for me because I'm looking through here. Ooh, we're getting the sun glare. As you know now, it's about 7:45 on a Sunday morning. Only an hour ahead of you guys. Alright, I'm gonna put it on pause again. Sorry about the noise behind me, I'm right next to a fan room. You can see the marina they got over here, the Bermuda. There we go. Shot of the little marina they have here, all the little yachts. I'm gonna go on pause again, I'm gonna catch them when they're mooring the lines over. Putting the lines over, mooring. What's going on here is, see this one guy here, he's holding this little wad of line in his hand. That's called the heaving lines. What they do is they throw those over first, and then at the end of them, it's carried, at the end of them is tied to the main line on the deck here. You can see it's all stretched out to it. We have 3 lines forward. One all the way up the very forward, the middle one, and then one right next to where I'm standing. The captain gives the order which line goes over first. He'll call down through the radio and direct to the guys down here, the guys in the white hats. The guys in the white hats forward are what's called line captains. Now you got one guy all the way forward, he's in a khaki uniform, and that is command and senior chief. He's also the bosun mate chief. He's got a dual job. Command and senior chief is the man that's overall our what's called liaison to the officers. He's the enlisted representative of the officers. Whenever we want correspondence to the captain, that's part of our chain of command. We go through him, we go through our individual boss. Our boss talks to our department heads, which are officers. Our department heads talk to command senior chief. Command senior chief goes up and takes the word up to the captain. He's a senior enlisted personnel on board. He's also a chief bosun mate, which means whenever we start to, he's in charge of all the bosun mate operations. Bosun mate operations are basically anything that has to do with maintenance of the ship structure, of the ship's appearance, and also line handlings. Trying to get up there, anyone? Somewhere. Okay. And then going past us right now is the sheriff. Go ahead, anyone. He's the ship sheriff. He's a master at arms, like a policeman. There you go. They just threw the lines across. Hand them down to these guys over here, which could be anyone, and they pull it across. Now you see they're starting to drape the main line through the hole on a thing. You guys know what that is, right, Dad? I'll give you a quick quiz. What's that hole that the line is running through right now? Okay, time's up. That's called a chalk. The line goes through the chalk, goes through, connects to. Now that signifies we are now moored. Goes through the line and connects onto the ballard on the pier. And now what happens from this operation? Oh yeah, those two guys up there. See the crosses. That's our two corpsmen. Now what goes on here? You can see. We start pulling the line taut. Okay, there we go. This is line 3 where I'm showing you right now. I'm going to step out here, better look at everything. I better get out of the way. Okay. Now they start, once the ship gets in the position, the ship's still moving forward, as you can see a little bit here. Once the ship gets into its position that the captain feels safe with, then they start tightening the lines up. We have 6 lines. We have 3 forward and we have 3 aft. All the other lines got across and they're all ready to tighten up. Once the ship makes its final setting, see the ship is doing this right now. It's moving back and forth. Okay, there you go. They're starting to tighten the lines. Now the way the ship moves back and forth is what's called APUs, auxiliary propulsion units. They're basically 2 little screws right through almost it's the forward center of the ship. See the putting one. That guy gave the directions. He's a line captain. He knows what he's doing. The other 2 behind are new guys. Now, back to what I was saying with the APUs. The APUs are props, are propulsion units that can move turn 360 degrees. They can make the ship move sideways if it wants to. Basically, shut power down to the main screw and just go on APUs once we get next to a pier. The ship is still. We're still finding that little niche the captain wants us to find. Now he's slacking off a little bit. Give a little some slack so it doesn't pull tight when you don't want it to. See over there, the guy walking around? Can't see him right now. Babinow's in the way. That's, okay, see the guy in the khakis right there? That's the command senior chief. He's telling the captain right now. Sorry. That guy just walked past us is OS1 Sanders. He's the overall man in charge of the whole 1st Division. He's their immediate boss, and then it goes to the bosun-in-chief. Okay, now they're ripping it through the chocks and through the bits. Those two things down there on the ground are the bits. They're putting one tie around the bit to hold it while we move backward. And we do what's called a crisscross. Putting another turn around the bit. Whenever you put like a loop around the bit, it's called a turn. They just cut off the engines right now. They've cut power to the APUs. Now they're steadying up. See the other guys moving forward? This tall guy right here. There he is. He's coming this way. Say hi to everyone, Doc. I'm standing in the doorway, that's why everyone's walking past me. That guy right there is our junior corpsman. Later on today, I'll take you guys a little tour down into the medical. I've gone out places and done things once in a while with the 2 corpsmen. Matter of fact, the corpsmen, their name are Bill and Tom. They're the 2 guys that I met, one of the first 2 guys I met off this ship in the beginning. I met him when I was on the Antrim, actually. I met him at a bar in town called Michael's, a country dance bar, actually. The guy that just walked past you, Bill, HM3, it's actually Corpsman 3, Bird Camp. Me and him, actually, when we were at a bar one time, we helped, believe it or not, save a girl's life. She was diagnosed with having bronchitis. She was drinking on her medicine, and then her what is it, trachea or whatever. Whenever you drink on that type of medicine, it closes off your trachea as a reaction to alcohol. She couldn't breathe, so we assisted her. That guy right there, white hat, there he is. That's Tom. Now, you see those little Tom? That's Chief Jurassic right there. That's our electrician mate, Chief. See, the Chief? He's got these funny little things right there. That means he's a Chief.
It's bright out here.
That's our Command Senior Chief coming this way right now. Command Senior Chief Trinkle. There's Tom. That's our top corpsman. Now you look at these 2 little funny upside down buttons on his collar. That means he's going right now through the initiation of becoming a chief. Those guys in the khakis. Well, actually, they can either be in khakis or whites. There's Babbitt again. Now they got them all tied out. Now basically what they're going to do, they're bringing another line over. Every one of the lines on this ship, all 6 of them, they got 2 lines thrown over to steady this up. And that's basically our mooring operation. I'm going to put you on pause, we'll go to the next couple of petty houses. This is what they do to you. Alright. See that? That's now YN3 Cherry. Cherry, show Mom and Dad your little arm. See, he's embarrassed. He's camera shy.